Election excitement. I'm Nicole Killian in Washington with how the 2016 candidates are closing out their campaigns. Coming up.
And here in Mississippi, we're about an hour and a half away from polls opening. You're looking live in Clinton right now as the poll workers are arriving to get things up and running for voters. 16 WAPT News continues right now.
The one to watch. This is 16 WAPT News live at 6.
Good morning on this election day, November 8th. I'm Erin Pickens.
And I'm Allie Ware. We'll get to those stories in a second. First, though, a look at I-20 and Pearson Road. You can see those roads are a little bit wet this morning, so some voters could be dodging some sprinkles, Brittany.
That's right. We do have rain lifting north across central Mississippi this morning on Live Storm Shield 16 Doppler radar. But most of that rain is on the light side, and that's going to be the case throughout the remainder of the day. So over to the maps, it's also mild with temperatures in the 60s. It's 62 degrees in Jackson, 61 in Vicksburg, and 63 in Natchez. So here's a look at your election day forecast. Cloudy skies this morning, temperatures in the 60s, scattered light showers. That rain will taper off this afternoon with a high of only 65 degrees. I'll let you know what's in store for the remainder of the work week in just a few.
All right, thanks so much, Brittany. Well, the polls open at 7 a.m. and poll watchers will be at precincts across the state.
But if all goes as planned, you shouldn't even notice they're there. 16 WAPT's Ann Parker is live in Clinton to explain. Ann.
Good morning, Erin and Allie. Well, for weeks, we know Donald Trump has been encouraging his supporters to come out and watch the polls today.
I'm afraid the election's going to be rigged. I have to be honest. And I hope the Republicans are watching closely or it's going to be taken away from us.
Today, poll security is top of mind for election leaders. Last week, Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann told 16 WAPT that state law only allows each party to send 2 poll watchers to each polling place. And on top of that, each candidate can only send 1 poll watcher. Now, the Secretary of State says he's going to have monitors all across the map today, and he's warning there is zero tolerance in Mississippi for harassment of voters.
Don't be standing in the door of the polling place harassing your neighbor while he's casting a ballot.
What happens if a poll watcher crosses the line?
He gets evicted by the bailiff.
Election officials say that the poll watchers for each candidate do have to have specific documentation. They also say if a poll watcher is doing their job right, you shouldn't even know they're there. And Erin and Allie, right now we are outside of the First Baptist Church Activities Building. This is one of the biggest voting precincts in Clinton. And you can see we've got some poll workers. They're already inside getting set up, hanging signs out here, getting ready for today because, like y'all just said, we are an hour away from the polls opening. They open at 7 o'clock this morning and, of course, close at 7 o'clock tonight. For now, we're live in Clinton. Ann Parker, 16 WAPT News.
All right, Ann, thank you so much. Well, now, aside from voting in the presidential election, we do have some local races at stake. All 4 of Mississippi's U.S. House members are up for re-election. Also, 4 of the 9 state Supreme Court seats are on the ballot, as well as 4 of the 10 seats on the Mississippi Court of Appeals. And as you head out to vote, just a couple of things to remind you of. You must have your ID. A voter is not allowed to show anyone their ballot. You cannot take a selfie. And if you need any help on where to vote, you can go to the Secretary of State's website or ask the circuit clerk's office. You can also call the Secretary of State's election hotline. That number on your screen, 1-800-829-6786.
Well, both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are putting it all on the line as voters cast their votes here in Mississippi and across the country. 16 WAPT's Nicole Killian continues our election coverage from our D.C. newsroom.
Overnight, both candidates landed in New York, where they are casting their votes today, ending an epic campaign. As polls around the country opened this morning, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton made their final pitch just after the stroke of midnight. Clinton closed, capitalizing on star power with Lady Gaga, Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, and the Obamas. Trump downplayed the celebrity support as both candidates capped off a whirlwind day across multiple states.
Do you want America to be ruled by the corrupt political class? Or do you want America to be ruled by you?
It's not just my name or Donald Trump's name on the ballot. It's the kind of country we want. It's every issue anyone cares about.
Clinton and Trump will be watching the returns tonight in New York City, holding their election parties just about 2 miles away. In Washington, Nicole Killian, 16 WAPT News.
Well, 2 Mississippi governors are weighing in on the presidential race. Current Governor Phil Bryant is supporting Donald Trump, and former Governor Ronnie Musgrove is a Hillary Clinton supporter. Each explains why they're backing their party's candidate.
To me, I think that Hillary Clinton, with her desire to invest in education, looking at job creation, I believe that she offers a better plan and a better idea.
Our concern just now is that people who have that opportunity to vote go and do so. We believe if the people who support Donald Trump, and I'm a supporter, if those evangelicals, 25 million of them that didn't get out last year will get out this election, or last election, will get out this election, we'll be victorious.
Well, Mississippi has gone Republican in every presidential election since 1980. And Marcus, you actually saw the first presidential votes being cast.
I did, Aaron. I was up late last night, and I'm so excited about this election. I couldn't get any sleep, and I was able to see this. The first ballots cast. This is in Dixville Notch, New Hampshire. 8 registered voters. One lady actually registered that morning and voted the same day. Now, there in the Dixville Notch, Hillary Clinton had 4 votes. Donald Trump had 2. 1 voted for Gary Johnson, and there was a write-in vote for Mitt Romney. Clinton also won the town of Hart's location, but Trump was the overwhelming favorite in Millsfield with a 16-4 edge, giving Trump the early 32-25 lead over Clinton in those 3 New Hampshire precincts. Also in New Hampshire, towns with under 100 voters can open their polls at midnight and close them as soon as all registered voters have cast their ballots. Okay, also thousands of people lined up outside the Capitol to pray for the state on this election day. The Mississippi Baptist Association organized a day of prayer yesterday. People from many denominations took part. They say this was not an event to endorse one candidate.
I am here because I believe in the power of prayer. I believe nothing ever alter, A-L-T-E-R, until we put it on the altar, A-L-T-A-R. And we are here to pray. Ask God favor upon this nation again, to turn this nation back to God.
I want God's candidate to win, not necessarily telling anybody who to vote for. We're just praying for our country and our leaders.
The governor spoke as well as other pastors. No endorsement of any candidates happened from the stage. All right, now to an issue with one candidate's election sign, Allie.
Yeah, that's right, Marcus. In Hinds County, a candidate says he's out a lot of money because someone stole his campaign signs. 16 WAPT's Ryan Houston spoke to Election Commission candidate Ernest Johnson.
A sign of the times or signs of what's to come. Candidates use them to introduce themselves to voters.
They're important. Signs don't win elections, people do.
Driving down any major street in the metro, you can't help but see campaign signs of those running for public office.
You see how somebody came through with a box cutter? Right by my church.
Ernest Johnson is running for District 2 Election Commissioner for Hinds County. He says out of 200 of his signs, about 140 of them have been stolen or damaged.
Have you made a police report? Have you talked to the cops?
No, there's no way to prove who's doing it. You know, doing it at night, early morning. It is illegal to mess with campaign signs. But how easy is it to catch the person that's doing it?
You see, campaign vandalism has been happening all year long. Surveillance cameras caught a truck spinning its wheels and dumping dirt on a Hillary Clinton sign in Jackson. Around the same time, someone set a Trump sign on fire outside this Clinton home.
Everybody I know.
But as for Johnson, he says it's too late to replace the signs, but he hopes their disappearance won't affect the outcome of this race. Ryan Houston, 16 WAPT News.
And we did speak with one of Johnson's opponents who also had some signs stolen. A reminder, if you are caught damaging a political sign, you could be charged with a misdemeanor and face a fine. Don't forget, 16 WAPT is the place for the latest on Commitment 2016. On air, on the web, and of course on social media as well. We've got you covered throughout Election Day, so stay with us. Well, a bomb scare in the parking lot of a Walmart in Madison left a lot of shoppers asking questions.
Yeah, police say a man called 911 saying he was strapped with explosives in his car. When Madison officers got there, they say he didn't have anything on him. They took him in for questioning, but not before calling in a bomb squad to search his car with robots.